So a lot of people are either shy or just kind of uncomfortable asking for the sale. So today I'm going to give you a suggestion about how to deal with that. When we get to the point where we have a chance to be able to make the offer, go for the ask, especially on your website, we tend to kind of soften back. We are afraid to, for whatever reason, to actually get someone to just jump in and actually make the decision. And so we use call to actions or buttons, any sort of thing to make them take a step, and we do a contact us, or we say learn more, or we say get started, or any of these other variations, as opposed to being confident in what you have and confident in the fact that you've gotten to the point where you have the ability to solve that person's problem, and say, buy now, sign up for the webinar, set an appointment, whatever the specific direct call to action is. A lot of times, like I said, we bounce around and we're kind of fearful, and what that presents to the client is this feeling of, well, I could learn more, I could spend a little more time, and sometimes that's okay if they're not ready to buy. But what we want them to do is, when they're ready to buy, we want to make sure that it's not difficult, not hard for them to know exactly what to do whenever they're at that point. I've mentioned maybe before, but there's basically three main questions that people ask when they come to your website, and that is, what do you do, how's it going to help me, and how do I get it? And if we've gone through the first pieces, I know what you do and I know exactly what you're going to do is going to help me, but then I have a general contact form, or I've got a request information, or I've got a learn more button. It's like that's just one more gap, one more step, one more thing in the way of me being able to, as the buyer, the person who's going to buy your product or service, that's one more thing in my way to actually get the thing that I want. So instead of bouncing around and kind of saying, hey, request information or contact us, or, in some cases maybe get a quote works, but even that I think is too, it's like, I need help. Give me help now. I heard the example recently of a roofing company. If I have a leak in my roof, I don't want to come to a place that says learn more about how we fix roofs. Once I've gotten to the point and you've told me that this is something you can do, I want you to be able to, I want to have a link, I want to have a button that says, click here to fix my roof, or fix my roof now, or, I can fix your roof in 48 hours or less, or, something that is a specific direct call to action. So stop messing around, stop saying, maybe you could be my friend, or maybe we might be able to help you. Tell them, be confident, say what you can do, give them an ability to click on that button, to take that action, to make that specific step that says, hey, this is the thing you got to do. Otherwise, you're being unclear, and you're going to lose them because they're going to go to the next guy who's a lot easier to understand and a lot easier to make a decision. So make sure your call to actions are very direct, very specific. Now, we don't want to flip and say, now we're all talking about selling instead of what I've always talked about before, which is about helping and things like that. There is a place for the helping mentality, and that's where the softer sell, the softer introductions, the hey, get more information, that kind of thing comes into play. But you want to give them every opportunity when they're ready to buy to make that as easy as possible. So that's my challenge to you today. Look at your website, look at your email, look at your sales presentation. When it gets to the point where they're ready to buy, is that an easy thing, or are you making it hard for them? Go out and make it easy.